JJ has it, fires in time for the win. The Clippers win! Crawford breaks free first, and look at Redick on the delay.
J.J. Redick was born in Cookeville, Tennessee, when Jeannie and Ken Redick welcomed a bouncing baby boy on June 24, 1984. His father played basketball at Ohio Wesleyan University, and his older twin sisters, Katie and Alyssa, both played for Campbell University. Career: J.J. Redick put together one of the most flattering college resumes ever. He won the National College Player of the Year award in consecutive seasons, was selected as first-team All-American twice, and won the AP Player of the Year award in 2006. Redick also set a record for the most consecutive free throws made in the ACC with 54. Duke retired Redick's number 4 jersey, only the 13th player in school history to have that honor. As the 11th overall pick on an emerging Orlando team, Redick was seen as the next man up, a team that already featured arguably the best big man in basketball, third-year man Dwight Howard. After a stunning college career like that, it was only reasonable to assume Redick and Howard would become the next best duo to take over the NBA. The Magic went on to represent the Eastern Conference in the 2009 Finals, but the Redick-Howard pairing didn't pan out exactly the way most of us were hoping. Howard was still an all-world superstar, and Redick was one of the best shooters in the league. And speaking of shooting, it was the Redick-led army of snipers that helped Orlando become one of the league's most dangerous offenses. In fact, the Magic were one of the best shooting teams in the league for multiple years after attempting and converting on the most three-pointers in the league. After a few solid seasons in Orlando, Chicago wanted JJ and offered him a hefty contract. But Orlando wanted him just a bit more, so they gave him a 3-year deal worth nearly $20 million, the first big payday of Redick's career. But that was only Redick's first stop out of a few more that were lined up. JJ had a short layover in Milwaukee before signing with the LA Clippers in 2013. As part of a sign-and-trade with the Clippers, Redick signed a 4-year deal worth $28 million. And now that Redick was paired with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, and the rest of the Lob City Clippers, LA emerged as one of the best teams and among the top favorites to reach the finals for a number of years. In hindsight, Redick played some of his best ball in his 4 seasons in LA, averaging at least 15 points per game while he was there. Next stop, Philly. He signed 2 one-year deals in Philly, the first one being $23 million and the second one at $12 million. Even though Redick was entering an advanced stage and age of his career, he was even more productive in his 2 seasons playing in Philly. He thrived alongside the emerging 1-2 punch of Embiid and Simmons. JJ averaged 17 points in the 2017 season and then 18 points the next year. And if it weren't for this shot by Kawhi Leonard, he might have had his best shot of reaching the NBA Finals for the second time in his career, and this time, even winning it. After a stellar season, Redick's value was so high that Philly was unable to retain him. When he signed with NOLA in 2019, Redick inked a 2-year, $26 million contract, his last contract of his career. After just 2 productive but quiet seasons in New Orleans, JJ had a very brief stint in Dallas before ultimately calling it a career. He had a solid career, man. Hats off to him. Endorsements. JJ was endorsed by Adidas. He is a big fan of the Pro Boost. During the bubble, he made a statement with the ready-to-change sneakers. He also wore a lot of dames during his career. Talk about getting your stripes. So with all that, JJ Redick has a net worth of... Wait, we'll get to that later. Now let's see how Redick spends that cash. House. JJ and his family just happened to choose to live in Brooklyn. They made one insane investment. They bought a formal industrial warehouse, now a custom apartment. The Redicks looked to tweak a few things in the home with some minor renovating. But it turned into an entire project being done from front to back, top to bottom. For more formal gatherings, there's a large round ebonized table with an insane-looking chandelier. It's something Redick's wife Chelsea describes as mostly used for Taco Tuesday with our kids. Towards the interior of the home, it almost looks like a presidential suite. That's how luxurious and spacious it is from the inside. The kitchen is huge with the finest minimal design. The ultra-sleek paint and marble really make it shine. If I had that kitchen, learning to cook would not be an option anymore. There's a green bathroom with wallpaper dedicated to Chelsea's Louis Vuitton purse. There's a regal office and over 2,500 square feet of rooftop outdoor patio space. Definitely Brooklyn's finest. Charity. Founded in 2014, Redick has been active in a nonprofit. He and his wife operate the J.J. Redick Foundation, and they've been doing their part in serving communities all over the world. The charity's purpose is to give equal opportunity to all children. Guided by the notion that every child should have the opportunity for hope, their Twitter bio says, "My charity seeks to better the lives of poor youth." Be sure to subscribe to us for all the best basketball lifestyle content. Podcast. J.J. Redick has become the poster child for former athletes succeeding in the media. Back in 2020, amid the pandemic, Redick was, well, bored just like the rest of us. So he took matters into his own hands and launched his own podcast, The Old Man and the Three. Ever since his retirement, his podcast officially took off. Kids, little kids, teens, adults, middle age, everyone wanted to know more about this podcast. The highlight of Redick's show is his guest interviews with players around the league. His first episode featured Damian Lillard. So far, he's had guests like Trae Young, Draymond Green, and Stephen A. Smith. It's the one stop for content you can't find anywhere. The honest and transparent take gives fans an insight into the players' lives and who they are outside of basketball. The episode with Ben Simmons really took off because Redick was the one guy that was able to get Ben back out in the public eye after quite some time. What a savage, really. TV career. Loading. Redick made his TV debut in 2021 following his retirement. And to make a long story short, he was amazing at that as well. So apparently Redick was born a three-point artist and a media phenom. Cool combo, I guess. Redick made his appearance on ESPN's First Take and began offering up his hottest sports takes. A lot of fans stood with him in his opinions over his debate partners like Stephen A. Smith on live TV. Having watched him myself, it's hard for me to imagine that this guy's only been doing this for a couple of years. He's great at it. Love life. The love of JJ's life is Chelsea Kilgore. They met in 2008 when she was a successful Pilates instructor. She also has a master's degree in elementary education and teaching. Chelsea has a twin sister, Kylie Jean, who she's very close to. It's the reason the Redicks decided to move to Brooklyn, to be close to her. The couple tied the knot in Palm Beach, and they've been together for more than a decade. They have 2 children, Knox and Kai. The couple is still going strong, and JJ is looking forward to life after retirement so he can stay home a lot more. Real fast, we want to give Guy Chen a nice shout out. We appreciate you engaging and watching the channel. Remember, if you engage with us in the comments, then you'll be eligible for a shout out. And then you can die in peace. Net worth. Now is the time we've all been waiting for. How much is he worth? With everything going on in his life, JJ Redick has a net worth of $50 million.